Hello, I'm Eric Herman, and I am Libertarian, and I am running for Kansas House 53. But this message is for all Americans more than about my race, especially Americans who live in a state that will be painted the opposite political color by the Electoral College from how you voted. For example, the red voter in California or the blue voter in Indiana. According to the Federal Election Commission's website, or the FEC, and I quote, eligible presidential candidates receive federal government funds to pay for the qualified expenses of their political campaigns in both the primary and general elections. The public funding program was designed to use tax dollars. Do you know what that means? Eligible presidential candidates? It means candidates from the two major parties, Republicans and Democrats, and to a lesser extent, third parties, but more on that later. What about qualified expenses? Well, without going through all the fine print, it means the costs to run a marketing and advertising campaign for the party's candidate. Remember that bit about public funds and tax dollars? That's money that you earned from your labor that was stolen from you by a group of bullies under threat of imprisonment and or violence. Your taxes are funding both Democrat Harris's and Republican Trump's campaign, and you're probably upset about at least one of those. But there is good news. A party is legally recognized as a minor party and has access to those funds to get help to get their message out there if it can earn at least 5% of the popular vote for a president. A party is considered a major party with a minimum of 25% of the popular vote and thus have an equal 1/3 of the bucket access to funding their campaign. Unfortunately, the Republican and Democrat parties, in a rare display of bipartisanship, have agreed to using your tax dollars, split 50-50, to fund each other's campaign because supporting a third party could decrease their own funding. Now, if you want to vote red, you're going to vote red. And if I'm not going to convince you with this message. And I could say the same thing about a blue voter who wants to vote blue. But for those of you who want to vote for not Harris or not Trump, there is a vote that satisfies at least one of those conditions. That is a vote for Libertarian Chase Oliver. That's because voting isn't about picking the winner. It's about having your voice heard. If you don't want your tax dollars being spent to fund Ron DeSantis or J.D. Vance in 2028 for their presidential bid, if you don't want your tax dollars being spent to fund Harris or Walz's campaign in 2028, there is a vote out there that helps defund them. Vote Libertarian Chase Oliver. Some might say it is a wasted vote. I don't believe any vote is a waste. But I'll say this to that remark. What is your vote worth to you? To the not a Democrat voter in California, do you think your vote is going to flip California red? There is a vote that can help defund the Democrat Party in 2028. That is a vote for Chase Oliver. Now I ask you, which vote is a waste and which vote can help make a difference? I'll ask the same question to the Never Trumpers in Indiana, and I remind you that a vote for Harris will help fund MAGA 2028. What vote do you think helps stop the extreme right? Which vote makes a difference, or at least is a vote that you can live with? If you don't like libertarian philosophy or Chase Oliver, I have good news for you. He's not going to win the Electoral College. This is not a vote for the Libertarian Party, as much as it is a vote to defund your political opponent. Furthermore, it invites third-party solutions to the discussion because life is hard and complex, and there has to be more solutions to our problems. Please share this. Thank you. I know I stumbled through a bit of it, but I made it.